Very first cast, it's fun when that happens. I saw the fish rise. So anyway, here we are back at one of my favorite spots. This is the location where we hooked the fish I call the beeve. Not twice, not 3 times or 4 times, but 5 times back in July on 4 different flies, on 4 different outings, or on 5 different outings. And we struck up a friendship in essence. But it is a beautiful, it is a beautiful September late morning, and oh my God, I'm tangling on myself. Oh, that's nice. I stepped right over my line. All right, we better figure that out right quick. Holy shit. Wow. Spaz. But anyway, beautiful September late morning, and I haven't seen the first indications of our October caddis yet, but I had that unbelievable experience the other day getting that big 21-inch cut bow. So if you haven't seen that video, that's the one dated September 13th, and you gotta look at it because that was insane. That was so cool. On my 3-weight, and just the whole way it went down was just beyond cool. But it's had a couple of real tentative looks. But it is definitely my hot fly this month. It is one of my mini hoppers tied with the colors tan and orange. I definitely like how that thing's floating. I know that the river dropped nicely into the 540 CFS range, and I have not yet taken a temperature. Oh, I like that drift out there over that rock. That was one of the drifts that caught my friend Theodore, aka the Beaver, several of those times. He was kind of residing on that rock. Oh man, so nice to cast with no breeze. I kind of waited it out a little bit this morning, knowing that our pattern has been for this midday period to be low wind, or lower wind. Oh, got the gusto today.
Lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Crickets are singing and lightning bugs are floating on the breeze. Baby, get ready. Across the field where the creek turns back by the old stumble road, I'm gonna take you to a special place that nobody knows. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. Staying the whole night through, it feels so good to be with you. Spring is almost over and the summer's coming, the days are getting long. I waited all winter for the time to be right, just to take you along. Baby, get ready. And it don't matter if we sit forever and the fish don't bite. We'll jump in the river and cool ourselves from the heat of the night. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. Staying the whole night through, it feels so good to be with you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river and down by the light, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. You and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river and down by the light, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving.
Well, that was entertaining. If I put the video together in the correct order, what you just saw was me catching a small cutty from the drone view. And the funniest part that I can say now is after I landed and released the fish, and I looked up expecting to see the drone right over my head, because of course I had put the controller down to film it, and I looked up expecting to see the drone and it was nowhere to be found, and I was like, oh shit, that thing's brand new. Did I fly it off to in the wilderness somewhere? And I forgot that I had positioned it above and behind me. So when I realized that and kind of rushed over and grabbed the controller and looked at the screen, I immediately realized that it was hovering exactly where I had left it. But that would have been an inexpensive mistake to make on day one fishing with a drone. I do not trust my skills yet to the point to leave it over my head long term. I need... Oh, somebody just shot something. It is hunting season. Somebody got a shot off. Anyway, I need to practice a ton with the drone and watch it in action out in my farm fields and really truly get comfortable before I would leave it up there, for example, to film a 10-minute stretch of fishing or something like that. But hey, I set out this morning to I set out this morning both to fish and also to challenge myself with the drone. Oh my God, I can't find anywhere to stand. Okay, now we're good. Challenge myself a little bit, and hopefully that footage will turn out cool and add to my Cutthroat Chronicle. I was glad I hooked a fish, even a small one. Oh, I just had a good sized fish come up and look, and he was not satisfied. But obviously that should offer a unique perspective of the process of casting a dry fly and hooking a fish. I know for a fact that the fish wasn't big enough to show up on its own on the screen, but then once I had it hooked and it was kind of flopping around in the water, that should be visible from up high. I think I put the drone 100 feet up, and the reason I did that was in hopes of catching the whole cast, the back cast and the forward cast, just because I knew on video that would probably look pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm as cheap as the next guy, and that's an expensive drone, and the combination of the two things, I was a little freaked out for a second there that I might have lost it on its first day on the river. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Wow. It's another one of those periods where I feel like I've made a lot of phenomenal drifts through known trout habitat without having a whole lot of interest. I think the fishing gods were throwing me a bone by having me hook that little guy when I had the drone going. That is going to be cool to look at and edit.